A storm is coming to Montana. The kind of storm that doesn't just shake the skies, it tears through families, friendships, and the very land they fight to protect. Yellowstone has always been about legacy and survival, but in Season 6, Part 2, that legacy stands on the edge of collapse. Every secret, every betrayal, and every wound from the past is about to explode into the future. The trailer isn't just teasing another season, it's warning us that the world of the Duttons may never be the same again. The trailer for Yellowstone Season 6 Part 2 doesn't waste a single moment. From the very first frame, the tone is clear. This is not a story of peace, it's a story of war. The ranch isn't just a piece of land anymore, it's a battlefield. A battlefield soaked with years of blood, sacrifice, and betrayal. Fans of Yellowstone know that no victory ever comes without a price. And this time, that price feels heavier than ever. The beauty of the trailer lies in how it mixes silence with intensity. Wide shots of Montana's rugged landscapes fade into scenes of tense confrontations. We see faces hardened by betrayal, voices breaking with fury, and glimpses of gunfire that remind us violence is never far away on the Dutton Ranch. What makes these images powerful is that they don't give us all the answers, they only raise the stakes. Who will stand with John Dutton when the final line is drawn? And who will stand against him? As we break this trailer down, one thing becomes clear: Yellowstone has reached a point of no return. The family we've watched fight for survival since the very beginning is fractured like never before. The trust that once held them together has been shattered, and every character's choice now carries the weight of destiny. Part 2 isn't just the continuation of a story, it's the sharpening of the knife. The moment before the final blow is struck. But what really makes this trailer special is how it teases without revealing. It's full of small, quick shots that demand our attention. A glance from Beth that says more than 1,000 words. A shadowed figure riding across the fields, identity hidden. The tense silence before Jamie speaks, as though even he doesn't know what his next move will be. These are not just random clips, they are carefully placed hints, each one a piece of the puzzle. And that puzzle promises to reveal whether the Duttons will rise stronger than ever, or fall apart completely. The hype around this season isn't just about the action, it's about the emotion. Fans are not just waiting to see who wins the war for the ranch. They're waiting to see who survives it with their soul intact. Will John Dutton still carry the weight of his family's name, or will that weight finally crush him? Will Beth's fire burn her enemies or consume her from within? Will Kayce's search for peace finally come to an end, or will the past drag him back into chaos? The trailer knows exactly how to touch these nerves, giving us just enough to imagine every possible outcome, and then there's the timing. The release of this trailer wasn't just a drop, it was a statement. It tells us that the long wait is almost over, and that when Season 6 Part 2 arrives, the world of Yellowstone will change forever. Fans who have followed every twist and turn know this isn't just another season, it feels like the beginning of the endgame. The calm before the storm is over. The storm itself is here. So, if you thought the battles we've seen so far were brutal, the trailer makes one thing clear: the real fight has just begun. Every character stands on a knife's edge, every choice could be the last, and every scene feels like it's building to something unforgettable. This isn't just hype, it's a warning. And the only question left is, who will still be standing when the dust settles on Yellowstone? The trailer for Yellowstone Season 6 Part 2 is more than a collection of scenes. It's a battlefield disguised as moving images. Every frame feels like a message, every shadow whispers a threat. And if you watch closely, you'll see the story between the cuts. The things the camera doesn't want to say out loud. The opening shots set the tone with Montana's landscape golden, fields under a blood-red sunset. On the surface, it's beautiful, but the color of that sky doesn't feel like peace. It feels like fire, as if the land itself knows war is coming. In the next moment, we see John Dutton riding across the ranch. His face is weary, his eyes heavy. He doesn't speak, but his silence tells a story. The ranch that has defined his life is slipping through his fingers. And this might be his final stand. Then comes Beth. Her presence in the trailer is like a storm wrapped in fire. She's shown in fragments slamming a glass down, staring out at the horizon, exchanging sharp words in a dimly lit room. None of it gives us the full picture, but all of it screams danger. Her voice cuts through in one chilling line. If they want war, we'll give them hell. That moment isn't just Beth talking, it's a declaration of intent. She's the weapon John has, but also the wild card who might burn everything down. Including the people she loves? Jamie's scenes are some of the most telling. The trailer frames him in darkness, often shot from behind or through glass, as if he's hiding something. His voice, calm but trembling with ambition, says, "Every kingdom falls. This one is no different." It's more than a threat, it's a prophecy. For years, Jamie has walked the line between loyalty and betrayal. But this trailer makes one thing clear: he's not holding back anymore. Whether it's his father's downfall or his own destruction, Jamie is ready to push the button. Kayce's part of the trailer is quieter, but just as haunting. He's seen walking away from the ranch, his family in the distance. His son calls out, his wife looks worried, and Kayce's eyes are filled with conflict. The trailer gives us a flash of him standing at the edge of a river, almost like he's being asked to choose which side of the current to follow. His story has always been about balancing two worlds, the peace he craves and the war that keeps dragging him back. The trailer reminds us that he can't stay on the fence forever, and then there are the flashes, the moments that last only seconds but burn into memory. A gunshot in the dark, horses scattering in the distance, a truck speeding down a dirt road with headlights blinding the screen, a coffin lowered into the ground, the mourners blurred, the name hidden. Who is being buried? Who is still alive? These quick cuts don't answer the questions, they multiply them. They're crafted to keep us awake at night, replaying the possibilities. In our minds, the music in the trailer deserves its own spotlight. It starts with slow, echoing drums like the heartbeat of the land itself. Then strings creep in, sharp and uneasy, building tension with every frame. By the end, it erupts into a storm of sound, almost drowning out the voices, almost smothering the silence. It's more than background music, it's a warning that the season ahead will not let us breathe easy. The brilliance of this trailer lies in how it shows us everything and nothing at the same time. It gives us faces twisted in rage, tears falling. In silence, doors slamming shut, but it never tells us who wins, who loses, or who dies. It's not meant to answer questions. It's meant to make us desperate for answers. And in that way, it succeeds. By the final shot, the message is clear. We see John Dutton standing alone in the middle of the ranch. The wind howls, his hat tilts low, and for a split second, he looks like a king about to fight his last battle. No dialogue, no music. Just the silence of a man who knows what's coming and accepts it. This trailer isn't just a tease. It's a promise. A promise that in Season 6 Part 2 there will be no safe ground. Every character is a target, every alliance is temporary, and every decision will draw blood. If you thought the war for the Dutton legacy was brutal before, the trailer leaves no doubt. The real carnage is only just beginning. Asterisk, if Yellowstone Season 6 Part 2 is the storm, then its power comes from the people caught in the center of it. The Dutton family has always been the heart of this saga, but now that heart is cracked and bleeding. Every character walks into this season with scars, and every one of them has choices to make that could change not just their future, but the future of the ranch itself. The trailer doesn't just show us drama, it teases destinies. Let's start with John Dutton. For years, he has stood as the immovable force, the patriarch who carries the weight of his ancestors and the land they fought for. But in Part 2, John doesn't look unbreakable anymore. His silence in the trailer speaks louder than words. We see the toll that endless battles have taken: legal fights, political wars, personal betrayals. John is a man who has sacrificed everything for the ranch, and yet, for the first time, the land feels like it's slipping from his grasp. His arc seems to be moving toward a question he has avoided his whole life. When does a warrior know it's time to step off the battlefield? Beth, on the other hand, burns hotter than ever. Her storyline has always been defined by rage at Jamie, rage at the world, rage at herself for wounds she carries from the past. In the trailer, every glance and every line shows her walking. the line between loyalty and destruction. Beth doesn't just want to protect her father. She wants to punish anyone who dares threaten him. But the question is, how much destruction can she unleash before even John can't control the fire she brings? Fans know Beth doesn't bluff. If she promises hell, she delivers it. But what happens when the flames scorch her own family? That's the terrifying beauty of her arc. Beth might save the ranch, or she might bury it under ashes. Jaime's role has never been more dangerous. His betrayal in earlier seasons planted seeds of war, but in Part 2, those seeds look ready to bloom into something catastrophic. His trailer moments are calculated, almost prophetic, hinting at a man who believes he's finally ready to claim what he thinks he deserves. Jaime has always been torn between wanting his father's approval and wanting his own power, but that conflict is gone now. He isn't asking anymore, he's taking. His storyline feels like the rise of a villain who believes he's the hero, and that's the kind of enemy who can burn a dynasty to the ground. Kayce remains the soul of this story, the character caught between two worlds. His family wants peace, but the Dutton legacy drags him into bloodshed again and again. In the trailer, his isolation is heartbreaking. He stands apart, as if he's already decided he can't walk both paths. His arc feels like a test of loyalty. Does he fight for the family that raised him, or does he walk away for the family he built with Monica and Tate? Kayce's choices could decide whether the Duttons survive or fall. He doesn't need to shout or rage. His quiet struggle is more powerful than words. Beyond the core family, there are side arcs teased in flashes. Rip standing like a shadow behind Beth, a loyal soldier who will follow her into fire. Monica's worried eyes watching Kayce drift further into the storm. Even the ranch hands, who have always been the backbone of the Yellowstone, are shown facing moments of danger, as if reminding us that this war will claim more than just the Duttons if it explodes. What makes this part of the season so compelling is that every storyline feels like it's moving toward a breaking point. John is worn but unyielding. Beth is fire unchecked. Jaime is ambition weaponized. Kayce is torn between peace and war. Each one is heading down a path that can't be turned back. And as much as fans may want resolution, the trailer makes it clear resolution will come at a cost, and not everyone will survive to see it. The brilliance of Yellowstone has always been its ability to turn land into legend and family into fate. Part 2 of Season 6 takes that to its peak. This isn't just about the ranch anymore, it's about legacy, power, and survival at the edge of collapse. Every arc is a fuse, and when they all burn down to the end, the explosion will change everything. So, when we talk about character arcs in this trailer, we're not just talking about stories continuing. We're talking about stories ending. We're talking about the final battles for love, loyalty, revenge, and redemption. And in the world of Yellowstone, every ending is written in fire and blood. Asterisk the final moments of the trailer don't just hint at what's coming, they mark a countdown. The question burning through every fan's mind is simple. When will this storm finally hit our screens? The release date of Yellowstone Season 6 Part 2 is not just a piece of news. It's a signal, a line in the sand that tells us how long we have to prepare for the next chapter of chaos, betrayal, and heartbreak. The official announcements surrounding Part 2 have turned into a wildfire across the fandom. Whispers of delays, reports of filming hurdles, speculation about whether this could truly be the end of the Dutton saga. Every update only fuels the fire. And yet, the trailer brings with it reassurance. The wait is nearly over. Whether the premiere arrives in the coming months or by the next television cycle, one thing is certain: Yellowstone is not limping to the finish line. It's charging toward it like a raging bull. But this isn't just about a date circled on a calendar, it's about what that date means. For years, fans have built a relationship with these characters. We've loved them, hated them, cried with them, and cursed their decisions. A release date isn't just the start of new episodes, it's the beginning of the endgame. It's the moment when every storyline collides, when every unanswered question demands an answer. Will John Dutton still hold the reins of power by the time the credits roll? Will Beth's fury save her family or destroy it? Will Jaime finally get the throne he craves, or will that ambition bury him 6 feet under? And what about Kayce will? He choose blood or peace? This is why the release date carries weight. It doesn't just tell us when we'll watch, it tells us when these lives we've followed so closely will reach their breaking points. The anticipation becomes almost unbearable because fans know Yellowstone doesn't pull punches. The show doesn't promise happy endings. It promises endings that feel real, raw, and unforgettable. And that's what makes the countdown so thrilling. The build-up to Part 2 has also been shaped by speculation of spin-offs and side stories. With rumors swirling about prequels, sequels, and expanded universes, many fans are asking, is this truly the end for the Duttons, or just the end of this chapter? The trailer doesn't answer, but the release date promises that whatever happens, it will set the stage for the future of the franchise. Whether that future lies in more stories about the land or completely new characters, one truth remains: the Dutton legacy will echo long after the credits roll. As the hype builds, it's impossible not to feel the weight of finality. This season feels different. It feels like every episode will carry the weight of a finale. Every moment will matter, every decision will ripple, and every ending will demand our attention. The release date isn't just the return of a favorite show, it's the beginning of a goodbye that could be glorious, heartbreaking, or both. And so, as fans, we wait. We count down the days, we dissect every frame of the trailer, and we prepare ourselves for the storm. Because when that release date arrives, Yellowstone will demand our full attention. It won't just give us another ride through Montana's hills and valleys. It will drag us into the fight for the Dutton legacy one final time. The trailer ends with silence. John Dutton standing against the wind, his hat pulled low, his ranch. Behind him, no music, no words, just the weight of history pressing down. And that's exactly what this release date means. It's not just a date, it's a promise. A promise that the battles we've waited for are about to begin. So mark your calendars. The storm is almost here. And when the gates of the Yellowstone Ranch open once more, nothing, no family, no enemy, no legacy will come out unscathed.